Hello everyone, it's me, Moonlight Guidance. We're going to have a look, see what's coming through for your reading, and if this resonates, please let me know. Like, comment down below, and do subscribe. By the way, I've been here every single day for the last 4 years doing readings for you, consistently posting every single day and being present for you every single day. So join me if you wanted to, and also very safe space where you're always very welcome. And let's begin. Let's have a look, okay, and see what's coming through. It's got the sun here. There is an opening of some sorts that I am picking up on here after a closing. There is an opening after a closing. I feel like someone walked away from you, okay? 8 of Cups, someone has clearly walked away from you, or there is immense amounts of distance and space between you and another person. Devil here shows someone that is just very they were sort of wrapped up in ego and pride, not treating you very well, and sort of treating you very poorly in the way that they may have been sort of talking to you and then pulling away, communicating with you, pulling away, showing you that they have real interest towards you and then all of a sudden pulling away. So there's this energy of hot and cold. There's also an energy here of push and pull. And there's also this energy here of them feeding you certain words where or being intimate with you and then all of a sudden just withdrawing. And it's not nice, if I'm being honest, right? That's not very nice. And then 8 of Cups sort of just withdrawing altogether. And it's really frustrating because you feel like they keep your arm's length, or they've just completely pushed you away, and you're thinking to yourself, wait, what? How and why and what, and there's a very sort of dark energy here, and then there's a very sort of light energy, which means that this person, whatever they've done towards you, they are going to regret it big time, okay? They're absolutely going to regret it, because we also have here the World card as well. That's your energy. You are very divine in your energy. You are very powerful in your energy. Please don't doubt yourself just based on what this person has done. What they've done is a reflection of themselves, but how you have conducted yourself is a reflection of you. Admit it, all you wanted was to be loved. All you wanted was someone that really is there for you, and you saw signs of that from this person, and those little signs that you saw, or big signs you saw from that person, you really held on to it. And then they started to not treat you very well, and they started to treat you poorly, but you always just felt like, no, they have treated me nice, so there's a sign of that, and they must really like me. And so don't be too hard on yourself, okay? What I will say is that this person that you've been dealing with is very much a very heavily traumatized person, okay? This is someone that has a hard time understanding themselves. Therefore, it's a little bit like, how can someone who doesn't understand themselves understand you? How can someone who doesn't love themselves be able to really love you properly? Because they are projecting their insecurity and instability onto you. This person has been through not only childhood trauma, but I believe that they've been in a very toxic relationship in the past. And naturally they have been thinking a lot about how sweet and kind and caring you are, but they also were in a relationship with someone who had a mask, okay? And the person that they were in a relationship with in the past was someone that came across as very sweet and kind and had ulterior motives. And then that person basically traumatized your person. Now, you've come into this person's life as someone that's very sweet and kind. The only difference here is that you don't have ulterior motives. However, they don't know how to differentiate, right? They don't actually know the kind of person you are deep down inside of yourself, right? They're not a mind reader. They can't read your mind and see that you actually have good intentions. So they've made a bit of a sort of link that, oh my God, you're also sweet and kind and very, very nice. What if you do the same as what that past person did onto me, okay? So that is something that really worries them. And that's why they've basically pulled back a lot, is because they've seen elements of you in their past person, but the good bits, right? And to be honest, their past person wasn't good because they had a mask where they acted really kind and nice, and they weren't. Whereas you haven't shown that you mean bad to this person, right? So there is this. Now, what's really interesting here with the 9 of Cups, sorry, not the 9 of Cups, the 9 of Wands, is that they still think about you, okay? You're still very heavily on this person's mind. They haven't forgotten about you, and you've got the Lovers. This means that they will find out through some way or another, whether they look at your social media, whether they have contact with any of your friends or your family members, they're going to find out something. And even if this person has no contact with your inner circle, they may have the ability to sort of look at your social media. They will see somehow they will see it, okay, that your energy is very pure, that you are not like other people, that you are not like their past person, because it's almost like the angel is bringing some kind of light and shining some kind of light to the situation, and they will be able to see that you are a very pure, kind soul, that you are not like everybody else, that you are not a disturbing person, you're not a rude person, you're not a disingenuous person. Basically, light will get shined onto you, okay? The light will shine on you, and they will see that you are not like the past person, because you are very, very consistent. And the kindness and the sweetness you have carries into other areas of your life, whether it's work, whether it's the seriousness in your work environment, whether it is, your family, your friends. They will realize that the way that you are is the way that you are. And this information that they have found out, and well, we'll find out, okay, is basically going to make them realize that you are a gem. And obviously the person they were dealing with was a diamond. Sorry, hold on, let me just say that properly. You are a gemstone, you are a diamond. And and you are a real diamond. The person that they were dealing with was a zircon, which is like, it's like a little crystal, right? Disguised as a diamond. So they thought that that person was a diamond in the past, but it was like a zircon, okay? And it looked like a diamond. It was like an imitation diamond. Whereas you are an actual diamond. And that's what they will see. They will see that you are truly, truly valuable. And they will find that out. And it's almost like through some kind of circumstance, some kind of event, some kind of situation, the divine, angels, spirit guides will make that information very, very well known to your person. They will find that out in some way, shape, or form that you don't need to worry about. The universe literally orchestrates the craziest of events. They will find out in some way, shape, or form that your energy is unmatched, because they have sort of compared you to their past person and they got panicked and they got scared. So this light will come through, okay? They will find out this hidden information about you, that you don't have any ulterior motives, that you don't mean ill, that you're not wishing this person, to play around with this person. I believe your past person got cheated on, and it was not good. But they will actually really see you as someone that just wanted love, and seeing your naivety and your sweetness, and that is going to make them actually come around and progress towards you, okay? I always recommend as well, just in general, doing a black magic removal and a protection ritual for yourself and your person, especially romantically. Even if you're married to a person, I always recommend this. Like just in life, even if you're single, I always recommend this, because basically a protection ritual protects you for life against black magic, hexes, curses, voodoo, evil eye. Right now, in this lifetime and in this generation, the biggest problem is that it's very mainstream. People literally do spells onto people just out of fun. And it's really stupid, because actually it has karmic negative consequences, and it can really ruin your life, especially with health, especially with love, especially with money, especially with career, especially with stability. It can literally ruin your life for the things that you want. So I always just recommend doing that. So doing a black magic removal to lift out any negative energy, and then doing the protection ritual to basically sandwich that protection on top so that your energy is clear and free and is protected for life. So I always just really recommend that, because you never know what kind of people you end up being around or coming across. And that I really do recommend. So I just wanted to mention that, because I feel like it could really benefit someone that's maybe watching this reading. So yeah, the rituals are done within 12 to 24 hours. They're all on my website, shopmoonlightguidance.com, and also linked down below. There's rituals for love, money, marriage, career, success, beauty, justice, healing. The rituals that I do work with healing your energies. They're not spell work. They're not black magic, because actually the key to the law of attraction is detachment. So when actually you're healing your energy, that's detachment. And healing rituals actually then allow your intentions to take place. When you are at your most healed state, everything you want manifests for you. So that's how my rituals actually work. So there's of course there's the black magic removal protection ritual. There's also intention items as well, which I do offer, which are really, really special. They're handmade, meditated with, and saged. There's candles, bracelets, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, crystals, sage bundles, all kinds of wonderful items. The candles are actually handmade, hand-poured, safety tested, and plant-based. There's also readings as well if you ever wanted a personal reading with me. They're done within 12 to 24 hours. Everything is on shopmoonlightguidance.com, also on my Etsy store, also linked down below. Everything is there, lots of amazing reviews, and yeah, if you're ever interested, it's very findable here. But yes, so death card means death and rebirth, okay? There is literally going to be a rebirth in the situation. We go from dark to light. Literally, that is what this card means. We go from that to the sun rising. As we saw right in the beginning, we saw the sun card. You know what you also have here as well in this? Look at that, with the lovers. You've got the sun in the background. So trust me, it's all going to come to light for this person. They will realize, they will come to you, they will pursue you. But I do recommend making sure that there's black magic removal and a protection ritual done, just so that there's no interferences from other people, other energies. Because the thing here, right, is that sometimes you just don't know what people do behind your back. And I think that that is quite scary, especially if you also deal with health problems or problems with love. I really do recommend it, but no pressure to purchase, obviously. But yeah, I also have TikTok and Instagram as well. I post short readings on there every day. Moonlight.guidance on Instagram, Moonlight Guidance on TikTok, and I will see you all very, very soon. And definitely do take care, all right? Take care, everyone.